public health care in Kisii County has left over 200 people hospitalized due to an unidentified illness, with the government now assuring urgent action. Public Health Principal Secretary Mary Muthoni has announced that emergency surveillance teams from the Ministry of Health had been dispatched to assess and respond to the situation. She said that the deployed medical experts will work alongside the county government's team to analyze collected samples and determine the cause of the outbreak. Muthoni has emphasized that the ministry had intensified surveillance and screening efforts to identify the source of the illness.
National government, as you very well know, health is a devolved function, but whenever there is something like that, we always send our officers from the national government, and especially the ones from the surveillance department, to ensure that we comprehensively do surveillance around there and know what is the cause of the disease. And we have already sent our officers on the ground. They are working very closely with the Kisii County government to establish from the samples that they are collecting to the extent at which we need to move, and also the kind of medication that probably that needs to be done, and also what else needs to be done moving forward. We have already sent our teams on the ground to get the samples so that we can establish what kind of a disease it is. So I want to ask the country to remain calm. Things are under control, and we will keep you informed as we move forward.
Pearl Newsbeat.
Nominated Member of Parliament Bishop Jackson Kisii has called on the National Cohesion and Integration Commission to refer arrests and action against political leaders fueling divisive politics and rhetorics as the campaign mode kicks in. Bishop Kisii has blasted NIC for NCIC for laxity and lackluster, and urged the Reverend Samuel Kobe-led commission to enforce surveillance against politicians fearing division among Kenyans.
Wakati wa 2018, 2021, 22 walishika watu wengi kurekodi statement, na saa hii tunasikia watu wanazungumza maneno ya kugawa taifa. Nauliza, NCIC wako wapi? Reverend Kopia, chairman, mtu wa dini. Kwa nini ulikamata watu siku ile na ukamati zai to record statement? Hata mzee Merime kutoka Chura huko Saimosoi aliposema kwamba kila mtu iko na kwao, alitafutwa mpaka akapelekwa. Na kuna wengine wanasema hivyo hivyo na wanawaachiwa kuzungumza. Where is NCIC?
This as NCIC today cautioned the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua over his remarks linking President William Ruto to an alleged plot to remove its Chief Justice Martha Koome. Kobe warned that the claims, which suggest ethnic bias in Koome's potential ouster, could incite animosity and undermine peaceful coexistence. He urged leaders to uphold tolerance and respect in their rhetorics.
Pearl Newsbeat.
The Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja has confirmed that criminal investigations into the illegal garbage dumping incident near Stima Plaza were launched immediately despite his absence from the country at the time of the incident, beating KPLC and City Hall over payment disputes.
This happened while I was in Nigeria on an official assignment. And immediately when I got that information, I did direct the Director Criminal Investigations to immediately commence investigations on that matter as a matter of urgency. And that happened. So by the time I returned here, a lot had actually taken place after those instructions were given.
Speaking when they appeared before the Parliamentary Committee on Administration and Internal Security at County Hall, DCI boss Amin Mohammed revealed that Kenya Power Lighting Company KPLC officials reported the incident at Parklands Police Station, prompting swift action.
We conducted investigations, Honorable Chair, and on February 25th, 2025, we were able to arrest the following persons. One, Augustine Otieno Osore, who was a driver. Moses Gitari Kanywa, who was a driver. And Alice Okare Achami, the machine driver. I would like to point out, Honorable Chair, that by the time this matter was being raised on the floor of the House.
So just for clarity, there's three employees of the county government.
correct, Your Honor.
And the people who are involved?
Correct.
Okay.
Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja, who was also summoned at the committee, condemned the incident as uncouth and primitive and apologized to the public and assured that such actions will not happen again.
The dumping incident at Kenya Power headquarters was completely uncouth. It was wrong. It was primitive. It was something not sanctioned. It is something that a government does not do. You know, it was completely off. I will explain the context within which what found our people there. But the dumping of garbage was very primitive. But the ultimate responsibility, the buck stops with me as a governor. And so on behalf of the staff, I apologize to the people of Kenya, to the people of Nairobi.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And police have been granted 3 weeks to hold 2 suspects in the murder of Britton Campbell Scott while they complete their investigations. Magistrate Lucas Onyina approved the request, allowing detectives time to search for additional accomplices. The 2 suspects, Alex Mutuaki Thukat and Albanos Mutinda Nzioki, are being investigated in connections with the Scott's death. Preliminary investigations suggest that Scott was taken to Kithuka's house in Pipeline, Nairobi, where he is believed to have been murdered.
Contents of the supporting affidavit, the submissions made, the application meets the requirements of Section 36A of the Criminal Procedure. The first respondent and the second respondent to be held in police custody at Capitol Hill Police Station and Kilimani Police Station respectively for a period of 21 days as sought, and the matter be mentioned on 24th of March this year.
Scott, a senior director with the FICO, arrived in Kenya on the 16th of last month for a workshop, but was last seen leaving his hotel on the 17th of February. His body was discovered at the Makongo Forest, Makueni County on February 22nd after police tracked down a taxi driver who had dropped him and his companions in the Pipeline area.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And the Football Kenya Federation has appointed Benny McCarthy as the new head coach of the Kenya national football team. FKF said McCarthy, a former South African international and UEFA Champions League winner, is poised to bring a wealth of experience both as a player and a coach. Joining McCarthy's technical team are Vasily Manosukasis as assistant coach, Moinib Josephs as goalkeeper coach, and Pilepesa Maposa as performance analyst. The quartet has signed a 2-year contract and is expected to bring a fresh approach to the national team setup as Kenya looks ahead to the upcoming international fixtures. FKF President Hussein Mohammed expressed confidence in the new technical team. Mohammed said he believes that the 4 will instill technical discipline, structure, and a winning mentality as Kenya prepares for the upcoming competitions.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And further field, the U.S. President Donald Trump's administration is pausing its offensive cyber operations against Russia's officials say as a diplomatic push continues to end the war in Ukraine. The reasoning for the instruction has not been publicly said, and it is not clear how long the halt might last. The Defense Department has declined to comment. The directive reportedly came before Trump ended up in a televised row with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House on Friday. Since returning to office, Trump has markedly softened the American position towards Moscow in eagerness to reach a deal to end the war following Russia's full-scale invasion more than 3 years ago.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.